Alright guys, we've got something really exciting today. I actually feel like I need to make a full video just for this. So I've been on the hunt for a solid TTS model for my AI voiceovers over the past few weeks, trying to find one that can do it all, something lightweight, fast and flexible, so that I can still use my PC for other stuff while generating audio, and I don't have to keep switching between models whenever I need different tasks. Then, out of nowhere, Xiaomi, yes Xiaomi, drops a TTS model that might honestly be the most complete open source TTS we've ever seen. It's lightweight, state-of-the-art, and handles basically everything. For example, expressive TTS, voice cloning, multi-speaker conversations, multilingual voices, even voice design, all in a single model, and free that precious space everybody needs when it comes to crazy AI model size in general. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a voice-to-voice audio generator. It's TTS-driven, but it can take any audio as a reference for cloning. Considering how good, complete, and lightweight it is, I even deleted all my old TTS models, keeping just one voice-to-voice clone for now, since this new model doesn't do that yet. Without further ado, let's check it out. This model gives us lots of control, like basic TTS, long-duration TTS, and then voice design. Also multi-speaker TTS. This node also adds additional parameters like emotion, text-based control, and a whole bunch of ready-tweaked parameter to suit our need for TTS configurations. To use this, activate the toggle on which function we want to use. The rest of the node will stay bypassed to avoid loading all the nodes at the same time. This is the reference audio upload, hence the name is audio cloning, but not necessarily audio-to-audio clone, but more like cloning the source audio that speaks the text input we want. And if you want to just use pure TTS without source audio, the audio design will be the choice, since we can build our own audio character, the pitch, the timbre, and age of the speaker to create distinct voice. Now let's play with this model a little bit and see what it can do. We're going to use this familiar line,
"I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money."
And I only need to change the dialogue and see what we got.
"Listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But if you've got my Wi-Fi password, I will find you. And I will make you change it."
Amazing, very impressive. The similarity is pretty high for a text driver audio. Technically, it also works for any languages that it support. When we look at language support, it basically covers all major language root there is, but the accuracy of these languages will definitely rely on how long the language is trained. The more the train hours is done, the quality will definitely be better. Been playing this model for a couple of days now. This model does obey punctuations, comma, period, quotation mark, or even triple period like this does something, and what's more important is using nonverbal expression as tags, though for now it's still limited since this is still a working demo, but we can actually build a very distinct voice just by directing all these linguistic marks. Some tips for TTS workflow like this: to maximize the naturalness and the generation quality, the easiest way to imagine the input audio, or in this case, the sample generation that the model will refer to, is looking at it like waves. Imagine each wave already has its own register in the sense of how the sound itself is made. So to get a very accurate result, it will always depend on what is the base range of that initial sound. Then we can tweak the variations of the sound by tuning all these parameters, but it will never go beyond its register range. Say we want to make a very angry person, we have to find a sample of a really angry person, then clone it to our voice.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
"I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Tony Stark was able to build this."
And then feed it into this model, tweak the variations as needed.
"Oh, for fuck's sake! I've had it up to here with this shit. Every damn time I try to get anything done, someone has to screw it up. Do you even think before you open your mouth?" or touch anything.
Right, so the rest of the workflow is basically just the same. This voice design is our own custom-made voice since this model doesn't have stock voice. This is the parameter box for the custom voice. We can see the guide to build the character right here. While in multi-speaker mode, depends on how many persons are speaking. To add more speakers, simply slide this and also add more audio node for the input, then connect it. The rest is still the same. But what if we need a longer continuous generation, like narrating a single page multi-paragraph? This long generation node will do it. Everything is the same except the chunk parameter. What it does is that it will try to chunk total length of the token into multiple chunks, like slicing it into smaller ones to avoid resource usage and hallucination. Change this depend on your hardware. Smaller chunks takes longer gen but more accurate. Larger chunk takes faster generation but will tend to drift. For the generation speed, it's very, very fast. A 126-second audio takes about 40-second generation time without any speed enhancement on my hardware. It feels like real time. Now, if you guys interested, see the repo link for manual installation in the description. I find the easiest way to set this up running is probably just make a separate environment. Since audio dependency tends to mess up a lot with ComfyUI, I don't recommend this for any existing ComfyUI installation who are still new in ComfyUI troubleshooting. Instead, we'll just make a new portable one only for this specific custom node. The reason is that this model requires certain dependency and torch version that kind of hard to work with without troubleshooting dependency conflict. And what we're going to do is grab a new ComfyUI portable. I'm going to put it in my C drive as an example. And if you haven't installed the Git, please do so. Get the manager as well. Take the auto installation file, then put it in the main ComfyUI portable. The manager will install it automatically. This is the reason why I think using a separate portable just for this model the easiest to work with. Since my tutorial is focused on beginner to medium casuals, I try as much as avoiding coding problem in my tutorial. So the problem is everyone's PyTorch version will be different. The newest ones with this version, while the compatibility version that are stable are any of these versions. This will essentially creates loops of dependency conflict since each dependency requires certain Python version and that certain Python requires certain PyTorch version to work with Omnivoice dependency, so it's just endless loops of dependency conflict. Now that everything installed, what we do next is copy the custom node. This time we're using Saganaki's custom node, since his node includes all the official Omnivoice mode. On copy, then go to custom node folder. Open the terminal, type git clone, press space, paste the link from the repo, then enter. This will install the custom node. Then we go back to main folder to downgrade the PyTorch. On depends on your CUDA, choose the appropriate one. CUDA is backward compatible, so it shouldn't be a problem. Unless you have lower version, you might need to upgrade your CUDA. Say I want to use this one. We go to the main ComfyUI folder. Use the Python portable command since we're using this portable Python, not the Windows installed ones. Now we can grab the PyTorch installation, press space, paste it, then enter, wait until the downgrade process completed. Then grab another Torch codec. If it says it can't find the matching version, just ignore it. ComfyUI will fall back to its legacy available Torch code. Then we can install Omnivoice by using this command, wait until everything is completed. Then we can close the terminal and start the ComfyUI. The very first time loading the workflow, the node will still be in red because ComfyUI needs to reinstall dependency related to this custom node. Just restart a few times until everything is finished. Then for this other custom node, the manager will read it automatically and install it from the missing custom node section. How about the model? The models are set to download automatically. Just choose which one your GPU and hardware can handle. Everything will download automatically whenever you choose one of these. And once it's downloaded, you can see your model stored in your ComfyUI model and the local model will be available. And if you need manual download, follow all these folder structure by creating manual folder with the right order in your ComfyUI folder. So what is this Whisper model? What does it do? This model is intended for annotation functions. Say that you only have low hardware setup, And you can't afford to offload to RAM because you also run on a low PC RAM. You can deactivate the whisper functions, but you have to type the captions of your audio in the reference text to make it more accurate. So this whisper model is just auto transcription. Whenever you input the reference audio into the node, it will automatically transcribe the audio for you. Alright guys, all the links are in the descriptions. You can give it a try. And to close this video, I do think that this new model is worth it. This model will be the new SOTA TTS that we can use for a long time until a new one coming in. And it's kind of free and lightweight too. I think that's all for this video. I'll see you again next time.